be outside of the US. And the European Union has been a major sort of focus for localization. There's a very significant amount of localization in Ireland and in other parts of the European Union. And again, we've developed knowledge about what can be done, which we want to make available much more widely. I see on the slide I've got a localization problem. The C in the bottom there is actually a special font for the logo of my home institution back in the UK, so I apologize about that. I hadn't really thought that through. Could I have the next slide? Is somebody pressing the button for me? Thanks. Okay. And so all I want to do is to just make two brief things. One, looking backwards, and then looking forwards. And looking backwards, in 1997, I had the great experience of coming to live for a while in Nepal. And at that time, one could print in Nepali. There was a lot of interest in publishing in Nepali and desktop publishing, but also the newsprint industry. But what was absent was any ability to share information. And so, in some sense, it was fairly chaotic. And issues arose around standardization of fonts and of the encoding of Nepali. And with pioneer groups like the Madan Puraska Pustakalya, where they wanted to catalog their holding of Nepali literature, but do it in a standard way. And so they were very important in taking this forward. Other people like Unlimited New Media with Alan Tulada were also instrumental in taking this forward. And Sanjeev as well at Mercantile. So there were lots of people in Nepal who were sort of passionately wanting to support the Nepali language and work at standardization. And then a few Badeshis like me, like Jeff and Peter, also helped out. The developers at the time then were to try and go for standardization. Unicode was happening, and the community here agreed to go along with Devanagari and Unicode, even though Nepali was a little different, not quite standard Nepali, the same kind of differences you get between the Marathi and then their reservations about Devanagari. I then have been back to Nepal many times, and in 2001-4, I ran a project called Scala, which was sharing knowledge about language and localization between South Asia and Europe, both bringing the European and South Asian communities together, but also bringing the language, technology and localization, the sort of software technology communities together. And that was really very successful. And though Nepal was not party to the actual consortium, we had our final conference on what we could call neutral ground in Kathmandu. And I learned just a tremendous amount from that, and it's that which led to the Basa Sanchar project, the realization that to support the languages of the region, this is a realization to me, we needed to do a lot more than simply fonts. And Samad has actually explained a lot of the things that do need to be done. What's happened now is we've got the Basa Sanchar project going, what we've done really is contributing a small part of the funding to support it, while at the same time developing a lot of language resources, dictionaries, and computational linguistics capabilities with the excellent people at Tribhuvan University. Can I take the next slide? So if we look forwards, Samad sort of said that one of the next things they want to do for Nepali is the grammar check, and we are, as we develop the computational knowledge of Nepali, want to join in and help take things forward. And so we're looking forward. There's I think a reasonable spell checker in the existing distribution for Nepali. We want to try and take that forward, increase the size of the lexicon, increase the sophistication of the linguistic analysis to support that. We're going to develop text-to-speech generation so that these computers can talk to people, read back what's there in the Nepali writing. The recognition of speech is too difficult for us at this point, so we're not doing that. We're going to create more fonts, and also we're looking to maybe more applications, web authoring tools, and we're talking about maybe some special applications that will support government functions, and we're thinking of the education sector currently, but we have yet still to make our decisions. So we look forward to a very bright future for the Nepalinux, and while this initial launch is the critical one, it's now on the roadmap, so to speak, for the future. It'll be enhanced over the years, and it'll be my, I think, great privilege to make a small contribution to that. So thank you very much, and welcome to Nepalinux.
Thank you, sir. I would now call upon Mr. Richard Ifrida, International Project Leader of WWW Consortium.
Too small to stand behind the podium. And anyway, when I talk about this stuff, I get really excited and I have to walk around and wave my arms about. So, my name is Richard Ishida. I'm the internationalization lead for the W3C, the World Wide Web Consortium. And for those of you who are wondering, yes, my name is half Japanese, and I took my wife's name when I got married. If you look at my business card, you'll see I have an American telephone number, a British mobile number, a French mail address, as well as the name. So I've internationalized myself. I know what I'm talking about. All right? So today I'm going to talk about internationalizing the web. Is this too loud? It's okay. It's okay? I'm going to talk about ways in which the W3C is working on making localization easier and possible. Why localization is not just a question of grabbing some technical guy and telling him to translate some stuff. There's a bit more to it. What you need to think of, why you need to think about localization earlier than you expect, and ways that you can contribute to make the localization better for Nepal. These are the things we're going to talk about, so I'll just do a quick review of what the